She never said how bad the nights could get. I entered the corner the same way I exit. I can't quit now, got too much invested. Obstacles in place in my face. Don't get greedy, maintain steady pace. Trying to spray my third eye with mace. I gotta keep my people close just in case. If you're gonna hold me down, cause I'm coming for the crown, I'm gonna stand my ground and be the best pound for pound. Cause I'm ready, ready, ready for the fight. Yes, I'm ready, ready, ready for the fight. Yes, I'm ready. If there has to be a fight, then I'm ready. I'ma bring it anyway, I gotta swing it. The powers that be prove the evil that men do. Some people gotta fight just because they sick me. I want World War III on hunger. Keep my focus, get ready to rumble. Each month is around and the fight of my life is me against the whole world. But I'm ready for the fight. If you're gonna hold me down, cause I'm coming for the crown, I'm gonna stand my ground and be the best pound for pound. If you're gonna hold me down, cause I'm coming for the crown, I'm gonna stand my ground and be the best pound for pound. Cause I'm ready, 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 cause I'm ready, 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 ready for the fight. Cause I'm ready, ready, ready for the fight. Yes, I'm ready, ready, ready for the fight. Yes, I'm ready. Watch me not stop though.
What a scene here as we welcome you to this live pay-per-view extravaganza. I'm Joe Tessitore, ringside with Teddy Atlas, and welcome to the MGM Grand here on the Vegas Strip in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. Our main event should be a good one tonight. 10 rounds in the middleweight division between these two great warriors. Bad Intentions is making his way to the ring with a determined giddy-up in his step. Sergio Mora's ring walks have become the stuff of legend, and you can see the intensity on his face.
Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, his adversary fighting out of the red corner. His opponent in the red corner. Please welcome the Lion Snake, Sergio Mora.
All right, fellas, let's have a good, clean fight. Touch him up. Let's go.
Well, they're scheduled to spend a half an hour swapping leather. This is 10 rounds. Teddy, early on in a fight like this, speed fighter against a fighter with high stamina, what are some things you may notice that could hint to you the direction this fight will take?
Well, the pace, obviously. the faster fighter? Is he keeping it at a quick pace? Or, as the slower fighter, the endurance fighter, has he found a way to mellow that pace a little bit, slow things down a little bit?
Hey yo, I spit like an M16 and let them all know they can have it. That flash of magic with an imagination to match it. So catch it, it's classic, but it will not be contained in an industry man-made, cause it runs through my veins. It pumps through my brain, through my name, nothing will change. Don't make me huff and puff and turn this to flames. But enough of the games. My shadow is a tidal wave, a idol, there's a right away. Fight for it night and day. I'll build fires inspired to keep my hands warm. I've hopped through hurricanes and step through sandstorms. I've climbed cliffs, you can see what I'm dreaming. Even walked on water just to be here this evening. So here we go again, I gotta prove I'm no magician. To you rabbit in a hat, rappers that's clueless how I kick it. This is blood, sweat and tears, flesh and bone, a better way, a brotherhood of hope with a megaphone at Heaven's Gate.
Shoot me down, raise my head, walk my field of dreams instead, cause there's no way you will march on top of me. Not how this is going to be. Lift my feet, raise my head, blood and sweat and tears of blood. Create the path I see ahead.
So I guess I gotta
Walk my way instead.
Yeah, check it out. Yo. Well, he's still kicking it so beautifully. Bet he's rewriting the odds, cause he knows it's not the dog in the fight, but the fight in the dog. See, the kid could have spelled for shit, but could draw like a photograph. Get hit, he'd rather his rhyme on the wall of a poet's class. He digs with a phonograph, caught a flow and wrote the flavor. That archaeologist, artist, audio appropriator, ghostwriter, flaming sharper, caressing the night and chasing the glimpse of a forever fading, fluorescent horizon. He just lights up the skies, while running through this circus with a heart full of good vibes. It's pumping through his circuits, live wire, high flyer, spit fire out his lungs, source a war-torn Mustang through an empire of the sun. Catch him diving in this rhythm, rhyming, gliding in his vision. Manifest music mementos to remind him of his mission. He just rolls like a boulder, the soldier spoke with composure, with a butterfly net full of dreams hanging over his shoulder. He says,
Shoot me down, raise my head, walk my field of dreams instead, cause there's no way you will march on top of me. Not how this is going to be. Lift my feet, raise my head, blood and sweat and tears of blood. Create the path I see ahead.
so I guess I gotta
Walk my way instead.
so I guess I gotta
Shoot me down, raise my head, walk my field of dreams instead, cause there's no way you will march on top of me. Not how this is going to be. Lift my feet, raise my head, blood and sweat and tears of blood. Create the path I see ahead.
so I guess I gotta
Walk my way instead.
Bright moments. Bright moments always come back vivid. The fifth grade was epic, citywide test pressure, the pre-crack era. Mr. Shulman, what a prick. Attitude matches wardrobe, uglier than sin. This is Bed-Stuy 82, 9th floor, 3 tiny rooms, one view. Bucktown, Roosevelt House, they green grass is green, our green grass is brown. Shots rang, my phone wasn't touch tone, heavy beef in the street, E.T. had to flee. Great heavens, good grief, hungry bellies, bright gold on their teeth. The windows on the Ave look like sad eyes. The fix a sharp gaze on you when you pass by. And if you dare to stare, you can see him cry. You can watch him scowl, feel him prowl. Wild and steady sizing every inch about you. Fast math measuring what you amount to. The laughter, the screams, the number roll, the song of songs, the book of dreams. Ends don't meet where the arms can't reach. Mean streets, even when it's free, it ain't cheap. Ongoing saga, terminal diagnosis. Basic survival requires super heroics. No space in the budget for a cape. That's when you gotta fly by night to save the day. crash landings routinely happen. Some survive, others never rise from the ashes. Watching asphalt and observing the Sabbath creates an ecstatic, and there you have it. From teenage love, praying tongues, strange fruit, ballet boots and native drums. From hence I come, so here we go. Signs and wonders all along the road. Some lines open, some lines closed. Some stretches roll with no lines at all. Some riders don't know what they riding for. Hands on the wheel and their mind is gone. Wherever you ride, wherever you lane, this road called life is a beautiful thing. And we are alive in amazing times. Delicate hearts, diabolical minds, revelations, hatred, love,
Guys
and
have a
war.
reputation of being technical boxers. Leads us to believe we're getting a distance fight here.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, the only way that changes is maybe, you know, you never know, a headbutt, something like that, all of a sudden short circuits that. But the way their track record is, yeah, you're pretty good chance it's going rounds.
Wow! Sergio Mora is stunned, and he is hurt. This looks like it could be just a matter of time now. Maybe a punch or two away from going down. Teddy, what's he got to do?
Well, he's got to grab. He's got to find a way to stop the offense. And to clutch and grab, usually that's one way.
Right hand over the top. He counters back after denying his opponent's shot. Good scoring counter punch by Bad Intentions. Final 10 seconds of round number one. Bad Intentions has only known victory so far in his career. Bad Intentions, he's got to be pleased about what he was just able to accomplish in that last round. He stunned his opponent. You know, it gets me thinking he may be getting close to being able to put him down.
Well, he's starting to find the range a little bit. And most importantly, he's in a distance that he needs to be able to do the things that he does well.
Right to the head and right to the canvas. So he is able to get up to his feet after that knockdown. But Teddy, it's what's ahead that's the problem.
Yeah, we're getting a peek right now into his heart, into his soul.
Halfway through round number two. Sergio Mora's swelling will have to be dealt with immediately. That straight right unable to connect. Protecting his head well with his guard. Final 10 seconds of round number two. Bad Intentions, his last round, a big one. He scored the knockdown. Do you think he's now got the momentum where he can end this fight?
Well, right now, I think he has the confidence where he thinks he can end the fight, and that's where it starts. It starts with anything. Any people out there doing anything, it starts with thinking, believing you can do it.
Would you rather have a fighter who's feared or a fighter who's fearless?
I feel like I'm talking to Sonny from the Bronx Tale, but I think that I would rather have a guy that has fear, because he's going to be smart all the time. He's going to be a guy that's going to be aware of things that you need to be aware of. If he's so-called fearless, he's going to walk into all kinds of things that are not going to allow him to be a fighter.
Coming to the halfway point of this third round. Oh, and he's got something for himself, and it's a left hand. Sergio Mora's cut man is going to need to be all over this side. The swelling seems to be getting worse.
Well, it's kind of like being a gardener. You have to start getting in there before the weeds come up. You can't wait until the weeds are all over the place and then pull them up. You're going to destroy those beautiful rose bushes. Well, it's the same thing here. You got to get...
Oh, Sergio Mora stunned and staggered. Sergio Mora is like a piece of Velcro against his opponent recently here. It seems like he's... And he goes down for a second time. Does he have enough this time to rise up and continue on?
2, 3, 4.
He gets up after that punch put him down on the canvas.
Now he needs to get on that bicycle and stay away from this guy.
Minutes gone by in this round. Bad Intentions is feeling great right now, and why not? He just scored the knockdown, and now he's got that eye. He's got that target, that vision. He knows what he can get after.
And there's no reason why he wouldn't have that. Right now, the only thing that he has to be careful that he doesn't have is overconfidence. He doesn't get reckless.
Off the mark there. Sergio Mora is not really doing much of anything here. He's been completely ineffective since being knocked down.
Well, you know, we talk about sometimes it takes a while for the sting to go away from a certain punch. You know, the haziness to kind of clear out a little bit, to get your senses back. But right now, I think physically he's all right, but mentally the memory is still there, and he's afraid to let those hands go with confidence.
I would assume there has to come a point in this fight where he has to make the commitment to throw the power punches. It's hard to envision a way he's going to win this fight without going down that road.
He doesn't have the confidence to do it. I don't know if he's mentally strong enough to do it. I think he's worried about throwing hard at the guy because maybe in his mind that means the guy will throw hard back at him.
Good-looking counterpunch. Boy, the judges are having an easy time with this because this is clean and effective punching we're seeing out there.
Hey, Joe, remember when you were a kid, your mother or father bought you that painting by the numbers?
Oh, I love that.
He's punching by the numbers.
Off to the side, a little swing and a miss going upstairs. Bad Intentions is in control here. You can just look at this fight for 10 seconds and you've seen everything you need to see because there hasn't been a moment where it hasn't been his fight.
Yeah, you know, you talk about those sins. A lot of times people say there's 7 virtues, there's 7 sins out there. One of the sins that you hear about is greed. That's the only thing that can beat him right now, is if he gets greedy.
See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. Sergio Mora is looking for an answer here, Teddy. No doubt about it, he's got to be behind on the scorecard.
Yeah, he is. And what right now he needs a big punch to turn this around, get back into the swing of things a little bit. And I think one thing he can look for is maybe his opponent gets a little careless. Invite him in a little bit. You know, you've been backpedaling a little bit. Let him come in and then suddenly make a miss and see if you can catch him with something as he comes, just to get things started.
Trying to get right up against his chest there, it seems, but you know what? It's working out well. Sergio Mora's training regimen probably didn't include much work defensively because he has been a sitting target all night long.
Yeah, it's just not moving his head. You know, the problem when you try to block and you don't move your head, your opponent can put punches together and keep you defensive. You're handcuffed. But when you move your head, you create an opening. So your opponent throws a punch, he misses, he doesn't put them together. He's worried about something coming back.
Oh, that's gotta hurt. Sergio Mora, and he is hurt by that uppercut. He is down on the floor.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
He reaches the count of 10. That's it. Knockout.
Never saw the punch coming.
Let's get the official particulars and send it up to our ring announcer.
How could he be from the deepest, darkest of zero to become king in New York like De Niro? And he ain't even from New York, that's what's weird, yo. Where he's from, they just so come now, don't you try to play the hero. Around here, we got pirates with torpedoes alongside all the warlords and beardos. The only city we got blacker than tuxedos. Baby girl, let me get all up in your earlobe. And if you shut me down, you can kill my ego, which is my enemy, makes you my amigo. So either way, you and I are button and needle. And they say I might become big as a beetle, but I don't let it get to my head or feet, yo. And I got more street cred than legal, but just in case we keep a big desert. Dead, I come prepared, I come prepared, I come prepared. Dead, I come prepared, I come prepared, I come prepared. Dead, I come prepared, I come prepared, I come prepared. Dead, I come prepared, I come prepared, I come prepared. What was I on before this flow was sequel? Something about how I thought I was a Beatle. I'm tripping, but it was something lethal. It was fresh, but possessed something medieval. I came solo, I ain't even bring my army. The type in case that'll always ruin the party. You know those socially inadequate Somalis who walk in uninvited in your VIP. And Africans love them some B.I.G. But Tupac is official Ed Torpedo. And my job is to write just what I see. So a visual stenographer's what I be. Superman, superstar, give me super fat dough. So I can be super rich and super fat soul. But maybe not super fat, but super stacked though. So I can fix some money on super back low. How many immigrants are in this here sedan? And is anyone carrying any contraband? Not really, but I'm late for my concert, man. And here's a card from my lawyer, Mr. Sam Goldman. Yeah, I come prepared, I come prepared, I come prepared. Ready? Yeah, I come prepared, I come prepared, I come prepared. Yeah, I come prepared, I come prepared, I come prepared. Yes, Lion Youth! I come prepared, I come prepared, I come prepared.
Some make a boy know the college knock off no play typo. If him feel him have the balance, we a walk tightrope. And I gamble with him left us like a casino. And have somebody feel save him like them save Nemo. Cause Somalis and Somalians are mad people. We a travel with some long strap in a vehicle. And I switch across the border like a Latino. Moving through the LAXs and London Heathrows. Wait, man a gangster, we no star freak show. No gimmicks, nah sheen and nigga, nah real street flow. Feel me woman a feel flyer than a flamingo. Real bullet, we a boss and a no placebo. Can't have so much gun, him open gun depot. And a tech rep boy gun us like a gun repo. Tell some fussy MC there is no more free throw. Moving through the LAXs and London preload. Because yeah, I come prepared, I come prepared, I come prepared. Yeah, I come prepared, I come prepared, I come prepared. Oh now, yeah, I come
the real time.
Nice. Stick and move. Circle him.
Welcome you live. When you get a fight like this that everybody's been talking about, it's always so interesting to see these opening moments here in round number one.
When a high stamina fighter is fighting another guy who's very well conditioned, is there any tendency for maybe some doubts to creep into his mind?
Yeah, there always are, because you always want to have the edge. We're human beings. Boxers are no different. They want to say they have a little edge in that area, but they need to know that this is exactly what they're ready to do.
That's a good block by Bad Intentions. Oh, that's gotta hurt. He is not in good shape. He could be on the deck in moments. Reaching the halfway mark of this round. targeted counterpunch by Bad Intentions. Holy cow! Bad Intentions is down. First knockdown of this fight. It's going to be interesting to see how he recovers here. So he goes down, but able to get up to his feet. Teddy, what should he be thinking about now?
Well, right now, just surviving. But if he survives, then he better figure out why he was put on the floor.
Damaged badly there. He may hit the floor.
Lean to the side, then boom.
Here we go. Round 2 is underway. Bad Intentions is heading out there for this round, hoping that his legs are under him the way they need to be. He was dropped the last round.
Well, he's going to find out. See, that's a good thing you just said, hoping. Well, he can't hope his legs are under him. He's got to find that out, because if he goes out there and tries to use them and they're not, he's going to fall all over the place, and the referee's going to stop it. His opponent's going to jump on him. So while the referee's counting, what he's got to do is test him out a little bit. So now you know how to go about surviving the round. Do you just stay on the ropes and move your head, or do you use your bicycle?
Bad Intentions has got that momentum of an unbeaten fighter. Oh, that's gotta hurt. He falls victim to that big hook. Not the most accurate uppercut you'll see. Off to the side, a little swing and a miss going upstairs. Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. So the end of the round. And now a chance to put the pieces back together. He got stunned in that last round.
Yeah, well, he has to get those birds out of his head right now. You know, open that cage up and let him fly out there. And the best way to do that is find out why he got stunned. What did he get hit with?
Oh, and there you go. Oh, he is absolutely affected by that right hand. Never saw it coming. Worst kind of right hand you can catch. He should tie up here. Jake Lamotta is able to avoid that punch. Comes right back at him with a left hand. A nice block by Bad Intentions. Coming to the halfway point of this third round. And his eye is starting to swell. A headshot blocked. Off the mark there. but just missed. Isn't landing it. Last 10 seconds of round number 3. You know, we only show up when it's time to watch them do their thing for the fight, but they're really working at it day in and day out just to make weight. What's so tough about making weight in boxing?
Well, it can weigh you down. I mean, it takes discipline. And all of a sudden, it allows you a trail of excuses, because now you can start to say, well, gee, you know, I didn't do this, you know, it's the drudgery of it, and it's the consistency of it. When you have to stay at a weight and you have to watch that weight, you have to balance it where you're also going to be able to have a physicality when you get in the ring. You don't want to be weak, so you want to get that right balance where you're disciplined, you get the weight down, but you don't lose that physical edge.
Teddy, what would you recommend based on what we're seeing here tonight?
Well, 2 aspirin and then go, oh no, actually I would say a little counterpunching would be just what the doctor ordered.
That's a better prescription for him. He tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect. Holy cow! On the receiving end of a big and accurate hook that wasted no time. Both men trading hooks. Seconds to go in the 4th. As we come to the end of the round, Joe and Teddy with you ringside. Teddy, that's one of those rounds where I wonder what were the judges looking for, because it's tough to kind of draw a line between those two fighters.
Yeah, very close, but one of those rounds where you could steal it. You did a little bit more in those last 30, 20 seconds. Maybe that's the impression the judges are left with.
He has to be better defensively, Teddy. You can see the damage that his eye has taken. The swelling's getting really bad. How does he do that? How does he shore up that defense?
Well, first of all, he's got to start moving that head. He's standing too straight up. If he gets a little head movement, a lot of those punches that are landing, they'll start going over the shoulder.
Lamotta's got a way of just getting away from that punch. Bad Intentions has got to find a way to pull things together here. Ever since he got tagged earlier in this fight, he hasn't been the same fighter.
No, he hasn't, but he hasn't really had a chance to recover. You know, he needs a round, lose the round. Right now, his corner should tell him, look, lose the round. It doesn't matter. Just get yourself together. We'll pick him up later. We'll win rounds later.
Targeted counter punch by Bad Intentions. Final 10 seconds. The end to another very entertaining round in what has been a very entertaining fight. A fight where there's just bad intentions. The fight that just doesn't have the feel of a fight that's going to be a decision win for somebody. Looks like somebody's going to get stopped.
Right from the beginning, they've been fighting with desperation. Like going the decision, as you just touched on, has not been in their minds at all.
Now, this is a very exciting fight. It's been evenly fought, but it just has the feel of a fight that's going to go the distance. It doesn't look like any one guy is going to take control over the other.
No, when somebody makes up their mind, I am not being knocked out, I am staying, they usually stay. These guys are here for the night.
Reaching the halfway point of round number 6.
And a smart counter punch by Bad Intentions. Good return fire that time. Now his opponent got away from that uppercut. Lamotta's movement's really helping him out, avoiding that punch. And we are back underway, another round in a fight that's been very entertaining, but I wouldn't want to be a judge. This is one of those fights that could go either way. There he is on the inside, doing well. Jake LaMotta's training regimen probably didn't include much work defensively because he has been a sitting target all night long.
Yeah, it's just not moving his head. And you know the problem when you try to block and you don't move your head, your opponent can put punches together and keep you defensive, you're handcuffed. But when you move your head, you create an opening. So your opponent throws a punch, he misses, he doesn't put them together. He's worried about something coming back. Right now, the opponent's not worried about anything coming back.
I like this kind of defense, Teddy. I like this kind of guy that just says, go ahead, think you can try to hit me up top. You can't. Great movement.
Very good movement, very good vision. He sees everything. To do this, you have to be very calm. He's very calm. He's very in control.
Bad Intentions is in control of this fight, Teddy. Sometimes you can just look at it and see it as clear as day. He's ahead on the scorecards.
Yeah, I have my head on my scorecard, too. But right now, he can't afford to coast because this guy is still dangerous. He has to still stay on his P's and Q's.
As that round comes to an end, it gives us a moment to kind of reflect on this overall fight. And Teddy, my thoughts are pretty clear cut. This is the kind of fight that just takes... Holy cow! Lamotta's legs look shaky. He was hurt. Clearly hurt, but holding on.
He's up.
Wow, crushing blow upstairs.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
He went down from a big shot. Now he's got to have some big guts to move along.
You're going to find out exactly what he's made of.
Off to the side, a little swing and a miss going upstairs. Pulls the trigger fast. Bad intentions. His opponent is saying to himself, I can't believe this. Every time this guy throws, it seems like he lands. He's very judicious with his work.
Yeah, and that's not by accident. You know, that's his temperament. And he has that kind of temperament. If you went out with the guy, you talk to the guy, you know, he thinks before he says things. He doesn't just, you know, let his mouth go. He doesn't just let his hands go. He lets them go when he thinks he should.
Comes to an end. We saw the knockdown there in that round. A little bit of a momentum game.
Yeah, obviously it gives you confidence, but you know what? It can also be a momentum killer, believe it or not.
How so?
Joe, I've had guys where the worst thing that happened to them in a fight was when they scored the knockdown because they thought it was just going to keep happening. And they thought about only the punch they landed, not how they set it up. So they got away from the game plan.
Wanted that uppercut, but just couldn't get it. No doubt about it that the knockdown earlier took a lot out of him. But he doesn't have a choice now, Teddy. It happened. The way he's fighting, he still has lingering effects from that.
Absolutely, Joe, but he needs to recognize why he was dropped, and it's a simple reason. We saw it. He had his right hand down. He got caught with the left hook. Get your right hand up and get back to fighting.
He's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. Jake Lamotta is showing you a little defensive skill there. Able to move away from that punch. Right hand over the top. He counters back after denying his opponent's shot. Bad intentions. He's locked in on that target with the hook. Why so easy, Teddy? Why is he making this look so easy with that punch?
First of all, his opponent's standing right there in front of him, and his opponent's not really an inside fighter, so he's having a ball right now.
Here. Can he survive the round?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
He gets up, and there's the bell. Can you believe that? He was saved by the bell. Teddy, you've been in a spot like this before as a trainer.
Right now, you know what? What do you spend time on? You want to spend time on telling him why he got that spot, why he got hit. But first, you got to make sure he revives. You got to get him clear-minded. You got to get his senses back first.
Jake Lamotta is able to avoid that punch. Well, we told you it could be this kind of fight, and as advertised thus far. Lamotta is basically doing exactly what we've always seen out of him, and that's after he's been knocked down and affected in this fight.
Yeah, you know, there comes a time you have to make adjustments. That time has come for him.
Nice counter by Lamotta. Oh, he goes up top and gets to him, hammering the head.
1, 2, 3.
Wow, he gets up again after another devastating knockdown. I don't know how much more of this he can take.
You know, he got up a little.
Holy cow! Lamotta's down. He went down hard from that shot. Unable to beat the count of 10. A knockout in the books. For the official particulars, we send it up to our ring announcer. Bad Intentions is your winner by knockout.
Everybody but his opponent is happy now. That was an entertaining fight.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Have yourself a great evening.
Trying to get involved with the law, sir, but it will get caught with the mouse bird. And that just ain't a threat on the song. Don't get it wrong, I'm protecting my own. If that slip, they don't last long. We got them going down for the count, looking at the ground. That's why we got haters. That's why we got haters. Haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Where we go, haters going down for the count, looking at the ground. I think you're a hater. I think you're a hater. Haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Where we go, haters going down.
You ain't got no game. You hate, but you need to change. You're mad at me cause I got my lane. Why explain to these suckers, man? Keep the G simple and plain. I was born in this game. They ain't telling me that I can't. Hustle, put pain every day. So right now my time is here. No fear, my vision's clear. Hated folk, but I check you. Post men, but y'all acting weird. That ain't hood no matter what you hear. Suck a position while I'm switching gears. High speed, success is near. I'm a rider, none of y'all my peers. They don't mind smiling in the sky. Check on sight, that's on my life. Taking flight, got the green light. Used to 24, now I'm on the mic. Mad at me cause I'm what she likes. So worry about mine, hate to get a light. Watching me on YouTube, but you're 9 to 5. Should've been motivated, but you hate my grind. Monumental, young Dre, the truth gon' shine.
We got them going down for the count, looking at the ground. That's why we got haters. That's why we got haters. Haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Where we go, haters going down for the count, looking at the ground. I think you're a hater. I think you're a hater. Haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Where we go, haters going down for the count.
Yeah. All right. Let's make this one work. Like we always do. Come on. Say cold water. Cold water. Say warm water. Warm water. Say hot water. Hot water. Say hot water. Hot water. Yeah. Trying to put you up in a cage and trying to put you on a different page. I think the fact is I'm just too active. They always want to try to put you up in a cage and trying to put you on a different page. Regenerating, I watch them while they're waiting. They keep investing with good dating while I'm concentrating. They're not considering, it's so incriminating. They're not intimidating, they're just hating. Yeah, yo, big brother in the sky watches over you as long as you do what you're supposed to do. You never even notice till they get so close to you. Then they post up on you. You ain't got a problem, but he can't escape it though. Good times, bad times, watching the paper flow. All the can think if I was running to make it. Yo, life's too short. What the f*** are you waiting for?
It ain't no mystery. Show your